aristocrats by day, underworld architects by night. The Pallavicini family, proud bearers of one of Europe's most storied noble bloodlines, have long been admired for their wealth, diplomacy, and ties to the Vatican. But beneath the silken gloves, some whisper of darker dealings. Today we uncover the legend and the shadow behind the name Pallavicini. A dynasty born in power. The Pallavicini story begins in the 11th century, carved into the turbulent landscape of northern Italy. Descendants of the powerful Obertenghi clan, they rose swiftly, founding the autonomous Stato Pallavicino in Parma. These weren't mere nobles, they were power brokers, war financiers, and kingmakers. Their reach grew through strategic marriages and loans to European monarchs. By the Renaissance, they held estates across Genoa, Milan, and later into Vienna and Budapest. Unlike other noble lines that faded with feudalism, the Pallavicini adapted, trading swords for finance and diplomacy. It was this flexibility that laid the foundation for centuries of quiet dominance. The Black Nobility Nexus. Following Italy's unification in 1870, when the Papal States were absorbed by the new secular kingdom, a secretive aristocratic group emerged, the so-called Black Nobility. These were the families who sided with the Pope against the state, becoming protectors of old Vatican power. The Pallavicini were counted among them. With strong Vatican ties, they joined a web of Roman noble families, Torlonia, Massimo, Orsini, who maintained behind-the-scenes influence even as papal political power diminished. These black nobles retained roles as papal chamberlains, Knights of Malta, and Vatican bankers, often controlling real estate and private networks that extended into global diplomacy and finance. Syndicate or scapegoat, that brings us to the allegations. In online corners and shadowy documents, the Pallavicini name often surfaces alongside claims of elite control networks, linking banking elites, secret societies, and even organized crime. One infamous document, now widely shared online, alleges that the Pallavicini family helped orchestrate hidden financial empires alongside other noble houses like the Orsini and Aldobrandini. Some of these claims go as far as suggesting control over parts of the Vatican Bank, connections to European mafias, and involvement in covert financial operations during the Cold War. These theories often rely on circumstantial ties, shared board memberships, Vatican positions, or unverified meetings, rather than clear evidence. Yet the secrecy of the institutions involved adds fuel to the fire. Still, historians caution against conflating influence with conspiracy. While the Pallavicini undoubtedly played roles in major institutions, there's little proof they operated as a unified syndicate. Much of the narrative stems from Cold War paranoia, post-war monarchist frustration, and the modern hunger to find puppet masters behind global disorder. Faces behind the name. So, who are the Pallavicini today? Princess Elvina Pallavicini was one of Italy's most visible monarchists, a devout Catholic who served as a political advisor and strategist during the tumultuous post-World War II period. She vocally defended traditional values and retained a private audience with multiple popes, acting as a bridge between Rome's fading nobility and modern conservative politics. Another key figure, Giancarlo Pallavicini, rose not through royal courts but through academia, becoming an advisor to the Soviet Economic Ministry and later a professor of strategic planning. His career shows the family's continued presence in spheres of influence, but also their evolution beyond titles and palaces into global thought leadership. The family's role in the arts and cultural preservation remains strong. Their palaces in Rome and Vienna now serve as museums, event halls, and cultural sites. Through heritage foundations and investments, they continue shaping public memory while guarding the family's mystique. Fact, fiction, and the power of mystery. Are the Pallavicini part of a hidden aristocratic network pulling global strings? The history is real, the influence is proven, but the darker tales, while intriguing, lack the hard evidence needed to cross from speculation to fact. Like many powerful names, the Pallavicini serve as mirrors for our fears about wealth, secrecy, and the quiet resilience of old money in a world that claims to have moved on. And perhaps that's the real story here. Not a conspiracy, but a continuity. A lesson that power doesn't always vanish. It adapts, sometimes in public view, often in private halls, and always with a velvet glove. We uncover secrets where most won't look and explore the hidden roots of influence, where old bloodlines meet new power games. Do you believe noble families like the Pallavicini still hold sway in modern geopolitics? Or have we wrapped too much mystery around yesterday's aristocrats? Like, share, and subscribe for more of the world's aristocratic underworld.